I can't go any longer.
It was so hard to hold that.
Good about that, people.
Good job, everybody. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Good energy.
Yeah, seriously, and he held it on CNBC.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Oh,
it
shit.
held it for
There
a
we go.
long time too. So it was good. Very good. Oh God. Gotta love that, man. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the Shaolin Arts Center, and welcome to our little curators chat here. We've got all of the organizers and curators behind the scenes who have been working hard to kind of get this thing up and running this week. There's a few folks who just couldn't make it. Like, we really tried to organize and get everybody in here, but it is just been a scramble to just kind of get together and just kind of find the folks that would be available, for just a quick chat to just say, like, what this center is all about, like where the direction is heading, and kind of, give a quick chat too on all the different members and an update on what we're all kind of up to. So, we've got a lot of folks here that I'm really happy to introduce. So, I'm going to go through real quick. Thank you so much, for coming here, everybody. Grunkle Nut, I just want to kick it off with you because, you have been, streaming for every single event. I feel like there was one event I feel like that I did where you were like in the car or something and you couldn't make it, but you have done literally every event this week, and props to you for streaming it out and for giving your time and your energy, and we really appreciate you so much. So round of applause for Uncle Nut. We released a little NFT for you this morning as well as a little tribute to you. So I just wanted to
thank you so much. No problem. I'm happy to facilitate. Yeah, that woman's. I tend to have a trouble with the time zone thing, so I'm gonna get 3 watches, and that's how I'm gonna live my life from now on. And I think that's the only way. But no, absolute honor to facilitate. Thank you guys for having me, and this has been a lot of fun. And you guys are doing amazing stuff. My help's minimal here. I like to click buttons, so we're good.
Yeah, thank you so much, Grunk. And Stella, I just wanted to shout you out as well. I know that we've tried to coordinate and make sure that you're invited to everything, but it's just been kind of like the calendar's been messy this week, and we really appreciate you helping, coming around and helping to organize as well.
Yeah, it's fine, but honestly, I didn't do much. I'm really just here for support. Nothing else.
We just appreciate you showing up and supporting. And I just wanted to, to shout you out as our special guest too. We do appreciate you.
Stella keeps me in line, so it's always safer to have her with me.
Yeah. We love to have Stella around. She's a very beautiful creative spirit, I would like to say. She's got a very good perspective to offer on anything creative. So have to shout that out. Professor Clark, how you doing? Stonks on the moon.
Great. How you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, you guys have been killing it all week, doing amazing stuff. So kudos to all of you guys.
Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And thank you so much for coming out and for having a little Stonks event with us tonight. We're going to try to get it so that for the after party, everyone can come and be a Stonks avatar and run around and, be Stonks on the moon, for an art viewing. So that'll be fun.
It'll be really cool. We got a bunch of avatars for all the characters that we've been working on, and the Stonks is the one that's ready. And Goose made them really awesome, and so I'm excited for everybody to see it. And I think it'll be a fun time. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Thank you so much, man, for showing up. Smiley Phase, I see you down there. How you doing today, man?
Oh man, I am doing. I just wanted to echo that big shout out you gave to Grunk and to Stella. I got to say, those two are absolutely, they came out of nowhere for us and they became such important pillars of the community. I go through almost all of the streams, whether they're doing our game or another game, whether it's Web3 or not. Even the Blender tutorial that they kind of went through, which was way more fun looking than that donut tutorial, right? That everyone was
Yes.
stuck doing. And they're so fun together and they're engaging. I absolutely adore them. They're just, I can't say enough good stuff about them. So they deserve all the flowers and shout outs.
Yes,
Too
please
kind.
check out that Blender tutorial because the donut one is very outdated and they've done a much better job.
I didn't make a donut. I made a bagel.
Yeah,
It's a bagel.
it's an upgrade. It's so much better than a donut, honestly.
That's a New York donut, right?
There you go. It's not an everything donut yet. It's just a something donut.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Smiley Face, for showing up and yeah, echoing once again what I already said, echoing myself. Avante Productions, Lynn, Danny, how are you guys doing today?
We're doing
Yeah,
awesome today.
doing great.
We're happy to be here.
Absolutely.
We're so glad to have you here. We're going to be talking about some fun stuff today. We're going to be talking about tearing down the traditional entertainment industry and replacing it with something new. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Can't
amazing.
wait.
Yeah. It needs to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So here we go. We may have a few other guests joining us throughout the night. I know that the invite has gone out to a bunch of folks, and if you're in the chat and you just happen to want to stop by, maybe we'll put that restream invite out at some point to just bring some guests on from around the chat as well. So definitely, if you guys are interested in coming on and asking a question or saying hi, definitely let us know in the chat. We'll take a look and we'll see if we can bring some folks on. All right. So with that, I just wanted to kind of shout out Loopring as our as kind of they sponsored this event, and they also gave 20 Loopring kicks for us to give away. So we're going to be giving away some special edition Loopring kicks. There's going to be some of them that are going to be hidden throughout the art center for tonight's after party. So stay tuned after our little talk here, and we'll be kind of setting up an after party, and there's going to be some red packets for you guys to discover to get some Loopring kicks. Maybe some other items as well. Who knows? Like, the organizers might get crafty and throw together a few other red packets. Who knows? Like, we've got a lot of folks doing stuff. So, but yeah, I just wanted to shout out Loopring. We really appreciate Loopring as the chain where this all started for a lot of us. Like, myself, I started on Ethereum mainnet only because Loopring like almost didn't exist when I was hired to GameStop. So like it was still in its like production phases in terms of like getting NFTs even working. So I had to make my wallet on mainnet and my ENS on mainnet and everything, but then quickly Loopring came on the scene within a few months, and it's then been the foundation for our entire community. For everybody who is an early adopter of GameStop NFT, you're very familiar with Loopring, and I just wanted to shout them out for supporting our entire community throughout these years, for continuing to do so, for continuing to innovate and to continuing to do whatever they can to keep us safe and to keep on making new things and making our communities brighter. So yeah. How you guys doing today? What do we want to talk about first? We've got a few different topics that we can get into. I'm thinking that maybe we'll talk about, the reasons that we put together the art center. One of the main reasons for me being, Jasmine, all of the shared experiences that we had last year kind of influenced my decision to do everything that I could this year to make this happen. And then I feel like, I don't know, does anybody else have that same story? Feel free to hop in if you guys want to talk about any reasons that you guys are doing this stuff with us.
Sorry, I'm trying to solve some backroom issues here. Yeah, no, this has been amazing to watch. It's been amazing to see the community come together. Friday was amazing. Honestly, just a lot of fun on top of that, but it's been humbling watching everybody come and rally together and help everybody. And the art has been fantastic. I've loved popping in here and seeing the new stuff that's being placed. I love seeing new names that I haven't seen in a lot of these in these spatial spaces come through and play. So it's been awesome, and watching all the work you guys that you have been doing has been a phenomenal experience. So thanks for letting me tag along. Thanks for letting me press buttons, and thanks for letting me make horrible dad jokes all the time.
Really appreciate you, Grunk. Yeah, definitely, absolutely. Shout out to you for pressing all your buttons and all those dad jokes, because they actually they definitely brighten my day. They absolutely do.
I mean, either they're funny or you get to laugh at me, so it's a win-win.
I'm actually going to go ahead and start taking a little stroll around the art center, so we can take a look at some of the art on display. I know that we've had.
You got to catch up.
Yeah,
I've already collected all the coins again. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you so slow?
Stella's all about the coins. If you guys have been watching these streams, Stella's all about the coins. As soon as she sees them, she's like, "Well, it's time to it's coin collecting time. Let's make sure we get all of them as soon as possible." And she will get angry if you run past a coin on stream. Like, she will let you know as soon as possible.
It's hard to watch. But in my defense, I've also watched the new art that has been placed. So I guess that's you and Tonshu, right? Been working on that.
Yeah, I think Tonshu mostly, and then there's also other organizers. Everyone who's been given the ability to host also has the ability to hang art. So there's a few folks who have volunteered to help hang, but Tonshu, shout out to him. It's been he's been taking on the brunt of that as well, to just make sure that a lot of that gets done. So yeah, shout out to Tonshu for that.
Nice, good job. There's a lot of cool stuff also from Lupalands around. So speaking of art with utility, that's really nice. And just even more diversity than there was already in the space, right? So I think that makes it very attractive to any kind of collector, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely want to shout out all the new items that we hadn't highlighted before. A lot of these items were put in kind of last minute, just to make sure that we do call attention to them. So we may not have all of the info on these artists listed here, but they were put up out of love to make sure that your art does get seen. If you did submit, or if there was art that we wanted to make sure gets highlighted. I do want to call attention to this piece here, I gave a nice kind of like central location. As you're walking up on it, you can kind of really appreciate it for its size, and then also the text is very minuscule and minimal, because I believe that it's more so the visuals that he was wanting to convey his message with, but then for you to really lean in and to have to intentionally make the decision to read these words, because he's not putting it in your face as an artist. He's wanting you to take the time to read these and to add your own intonations and your own inflections and your own pauses as you're reading, to kind of interpret this in your own way, maybe. So I definitely invite you to come and take a look at this one here. This one is by Train Station. We do have the link to that linked out on my Twitter somewhere. I'll go ahead and find that. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and retweet that, because I like to make sure that folks have seen this one. This is a really great one, in my opinion. So yeah, we also have, this morning I had tweeted that we're going to be selecting our first curator for the Shaolin Art Center. This is something that we're looking to do, over the next week or so, maybe. There's currently a form out there to signal your interest and to talk about what reasons you may feel qualify you to be a curator. One of the cool things about this position is that we've got, the media room there in the Shaolin Art Center, where you can invite guests to come and do an interview on a podcast style set, where they can present music, they can present art. You can talk about the culture. You can talk about any kind of anti-establishment movement. Things that you want to talk about. And I just got that retweeted, by the way, again from my own account. If you're looking to mint that art by Train. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on the idea of our community creating this center and then kind of passing it on to a curator that will kind of just take control of it?
Yeah, honestly, that whole concept is so cool, and it'll be. I'm looking forward to see who gets picked and what they do with it, because I'm looking forward to see this grow and change and kind of like breathe new life and see what happens. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Absolutely.
Don't let me take everything, guys. I don't need to talk. I talk all the time. You can't let me do this. And honestly, if you make Quiet, we were talking about this, I will fill space, and it won't always be great.
I will too. I'm doing my best too. So yeah.
I personally think it's awesome, right? Because this is one of those like for the community, by the community, with the community. And that's one of the things that like we personally love about Web3, Film 3, Music 3, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, right? Is the fact that we can all come together, talk to each other, do things for others and with others, and it not be just gated by some dictator being like, I want it this way and I want it that way and this is how it has to be and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And that's one of my favorite things about living inside this community, is the fact that we all thrive with each other and level each other up and rise with each other, right? When one makes it, we all make it, and it just keeps going. And it's what makes this community so special.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh.
This is
That was so much better than mine, Lynn. You should have gone first.
Well said.
You set me up.
You set yourself up.
Yeah, I played myself. It's all good.
There we go. Finally got OpenSea to work. Sometimes I don't know if it is the same way for you guys, but sometimes I have to refresh OpenSea like 10 times for it to actually work. This is a really nice one here. I like this spiritual journey number 6. Roman numeral translate go. By Styolanos. I hope I'm saying that right, sir.
Yeah, that looks like 6. I don't know. Very tiny.
Yeah, this is really nice looking. I just wanted to shout this out.
Oh,
I
do you
really
also
dig
want to
that.
talk about how like what you have going on too with your points and leaderboard situation with all of these mints as well?
Yeah. Okay, so for all of the participating mints, we're going to be adding points. So like if we with Guild.xyz, if you're going through the Guild.xyz / the creators, there's a Shaolin supply run page in there, and that's where you're going to be earning the majority of your points. Now there's also a Wu-Tang guild that just got started as kind of an off branch / its own thing now. So it's now kind of those same points that you're earning from minting items here in the Creators Guild, you're also going to transfer over to the Wu-Tang Guild as well. And there's more opportunities to earn different or continuing to earn those Wu-Tang Hands points in the Wu-Tang Fan Guild as well. So there is a leaderboard for whoever is holding the most of those hands points. You can check your live status right now if you want to, and then there's a lot of roles that we're going to be adding tonight for all of the participating artists, so that we'll be tracking all of the mints that you've been doing for all of the different arts that you've been collecting. Those are now going to be giving hands points as well. So we're going to be adding those throughout the night. So yeah, for the winner of that leaderboard, there's actually going to be a gold hands Wu-Tang jewelry piece, a chain. So that's going to be really great. Whoever wins the top spot on that is going to essentially convert their digital hands points into a gold hand chain with their on-chain activity.
That's tight.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's awesome.
And it is beautiful. The one that's online for the auction too. We have a new player. They bid $160 for that. So that's where that
Ooh.
one's at. Lot 11, I believe, if I'm not wrong. So nice.
Yeah, let me see actually if I can bring that up. Now that we've finished our little roaring kitty meme, in order for me to use my computer better, I'm going to shut off my webcam for a bit, but I will be back in a bit.
Totally worth it.
Okay, so let's see here. I'm now on our on our OpenSea listing, the smug procurement cat, which is, I really love that. If you just Google smug procurement cat, it'll be like the top result too. Pretty much like there's no other smug procurement cat out there except for this one.
Love it.
So I just do love that.
He's not here. Can I give a shout out to him?
Yeah, I was about
Are
to
you
do
ready
that.
for
Go
it?
ahead.
Yes, do it. So good. It's so good.
You're like, he's
It's
here
like
now.
perfect.
It is perfect. Yeah, you're very right.
I wasn't waiting to do that. It's just because the other night I kept like because he would do the sound bite and I would try to mimic that sound bite.
And she nailed it every time.
Every
time.
no doubts.
So here's the smug procurement cat OpenSea listing. We've got all of the physical items that we're offering, and there's one that we're going to be highlighting when Ordinary Adam comes in here that we definitely want to call attention to as well. So there's at least one that has not made it onto this list, but we are trying to make it kind of easy for everybody to just easily browse in one collection. So the one that you guys may win, though, and we've got two of these because one of them is for the winner, one of them is for the auction. And if we can get OpenSea to load and also stay loaded, we'll refresh it until it works. And I'm going to go to open image in new tab real quick. And there we go. All right. So while it was dying, I stole the image from IPFS. So this is what it looks like. This is this nice Wu-Tang hands gold chain. It has Wu-Tang Forever, kind of in like a rainbow arrangement between the hands. And yeah, you're going to have also this, we're going to mint another one of these images with the For the Children stamp on top of it, so that your ownership of this, or your prize win of this is going to be tracked on chain. So you're going to be able to kind of, confirm your ownership of that chain, and the fact that you won it from the For the Children auction event. So we're incentivizing folks to get out and support all the artists that are participating, mint all of the pieces of art that we're throwing out there, that you see in the art center, that we're linking to in our Discord. We've got a big list of all of the participating mints that will be tracking and adding points to. And yeah, so that's that leaderboard, and we really appreciate everybody's organization, and kind of really that is what the Shaolin Financial Charity Army really is at its core, is an entire army of people using their finances to do charity and doing good in the world. So yeah.
And then a little bit later, are we going to go through some of the items that have not been bid on, by the way?
Yeah, let's do that. Which are those items, by the way?
I can tell you because I have my handy dandy notebook over here.
Okay. While I'm looking on Fighting OpenSea, how about you tell me which was the first one?
Okay. So I want to bring to focus lot 12.
12.
And the reason why I want to bring lot 12 to focus is because on King Ice's website, this retails at $500. What lot 12 is the Ice Pick Stash necklace, and it is blinged out. Mind you, that the winners of these physical items, most items can either be finished in 18 karat yellow gold or white gold. Material is made out of brass, and I just cannot believe that not a single person has bid on this $500 necklace. It is gorgeous. So if anyone wants to
I'll open the bid. I'll open the bid at 50. We got 50.
Who was that? Who said
Smiley.
Smiley.
It's
Smiley.
Sorry, it doesn't come up with a worm on my laptop.
$50 to Smiley? I'm bidding 69. And anyone and everyone who's out there,
Nice.
jump in if you want to.
All right, we know where it goes from 69, folks. Where does it go?
That is, come on.
There's only one right answer.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, while we were going through the website and I had all my handy dandy things pulled up, I could not believe that no one has bid on this thing.
That's pretty cool. The sword thing comes out? Or the ice pick comes out?
Yeah.
It looks like it does. It looks like that is.
It in.
It
So
is a stash necklace. So it looks like you can
Smiley,
use it.
this is how it screws in.
Oh, screws in, thank heavens, because I could just imagine myself playing with it and playing with it and playing with it is the most mindful thing ever, and then just, I don't know, leaving it somewhere in some ice.
Yeah. I would definitely recommend to leaving that screwed in most of the time. It's meant to be a stash necklace, so you can stash things in there. I don't know what you can fit in there, but there's apparently things that you can fit in there that I'm sure people can find.
I'm sure.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about the things you can stash.
Yeah.
Stuff.
That's not just
Stuff.
things. That's what's important.
Things.
Things.
Stuff and things.
Yeah. But yeah, so just a reminder to everybody, this and all of the items from King Ice are donated by the Creators Art and Tech Collective. So this is something that we are doing for the community. We're going to be getting the entire range of Wu-Tang King Ice collection, one of each, sometimes more than one of each for the prizes. And yeah, we're going to be essentially whatever price these go for, you're going to get them for that price. So what's the highest price? What's the bid right now?
I have it at 69.
So this $500 piece, we're going to go ahead and give for $69. So maybe you want to get on this if you really want this. Like the only other way to get it is to pay $500 directly to King Ice.
So
that's how I'm about to get it to you. So
I'm going to put down 74.1.
That's the next number.
That's what I'm doing. This thing goes hard.
My man is coming after me, y'all. Live. I see you.
I see you.
I see you. I feel you. I feel you. I got you. Okay.
I got it.
I got you.
It's going down.
Huh.
Well, 74.1 seems like an absolute insane bargain. That's what? My math sucks, but it's definitely more than a fifth off. Or a fifth.
Don't look
fifth
at
of the
me. I
usual
told you.
price.
Yeah, I told you Friday that I don't do math live.
There you go. I'm going to guess 85% off. That's 85% off. That is insane. And I think Goose mentioned that once these things are retired, they're retired.
yeah, so that's another thing about King Ice is that they had done previous collections that basically like I had wanted to get and I had seen out there, and I was like, oh, do you guys still have that? And they're like, nope, we're sold out. I was like, wait, can you make more? And they're like, no, we don't do that. That's just like, it's when it's done, it's done. I'm like, no, like I wanted that. And so like, this is why I made sure that the entire collection, the entire collection is going to be, offered to the community for whatever price we're willing to pay for it. And it all goes to the children, you guys. Like this donation is going to really help bring food, clothing, school supplies. It's going to help get us to the Dominican Republic. So yeah, we really appreciate you guys coming out. Ideally getting these bids above what the King Ice price was, because then I might as well just take the money out of my pocket and burn it, and I could just put that towards the charity. So it would be really great to get these above what the King Ice price is, but I'm still going to honor that price. We're going to give these pieces out to the community for whatever price you guys are willing to pay.
Well, this has to go for a much higher price then. How about we put this one and we can amplify this one on socials and bring it back into the rotation a little bit later. This is a masterpiece that absolutely needs to get the eyes on that it merits, because I love the idea of it going for $74, but that's $74 that the kids could have had a lot more going at it, and you guys could have had a much better opportunity to get yourself do with the documentary and so on. So maybe we can rotate this.
Yeah, I think we can call attention to whatever items we want to call attention to here. So let me bring up the Smug Procurement Cat collection here. We'll share this tab.
Get him, Lynn.
There we go. Alrighty, so we've got a lot of really great items on offer here, you guys. Like
I keep going back to that record. I'm sorry.
Which one?
The Mook signed record.
Oh, the signed record, dude! It's
Yeah.
so
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
believe I got him to say that he's going to sign it, and yeah, we're going to coordinate that with him. So, oh my goodness, it's going for 500. This is really great, you guys. Like, thank you, whoever has got this bid right now. This is amazing. I want to see who. Superfluos.
Be More Kind has it at 300, doesn't he?
Well, this is at 527.
Could we give Superfluous
Oh,
a
it's
shout out?
on
Yeah,
right
dude.
now. I have
Superfluous
not
is awesome.
updated.
Actually, Superfluous has a collection in the art center, and in fact, it's one of the really cool ones because it's already a collection of loopers on base. This is actually the first base collection of loopers.
Okay, is it over here?
I'm not sure. He's a whole
I think
wall.
it was bottom story. I want to say
First floor,
left. Yeah, first floor to the left of the entrance. No,
Exactly.
I have his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle themed looper, and Smiley has one too.
I got Mikey.
Awesome. There you go.
No, I
left
got
right
Raph.
there.
That's
Yeah.
it. For the children. It's a whole collection of loopers on base right now.
His animations are top notch. The walking animations are huge.
Whimsical and charming. And he's got that whole collection of For the Children loopers.
Wow. This is great, you guys. Yeah, this is amazing. And these have not sold enough, you guys. Let's get these sold.
Oh yeah, I'm totally going to be buying one today.
Yeah,
I didn't know there was more than. Okay. Yeah,
wow.
I'm gonna go look at that too.
Oh my goodness, these are some really nice looking loopers, you guys. Like, hold on, let me call attention to some of the really nice. Like, I like that yellow samurai, this one here, or this kind of orange samurai.
I think the walking animation on these are one of my favorite that I've seen done. It's a lot better than my ice skating Lin. So I gotta take notes.
This is dope.
That's why the goose was so fast.
That's awesome.
He just ice skated his way through Looper lands.
This is so dope. Yeah, there's some really cool pieces in here. Here's
look at that balloon got my eye.
So these are one of ones.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, so these are very unique. You're not going to be able to get these again. These are specifically created for the children. Yeah, you're gonna be happy with these avatars. They're gonna give you a signature look in Looper Lands, which is our community's favorite metaverse that we all collaborate on and create really cool content in. Like, everybody who knows our community knows Looper Lands. It's because we all play.
And so what's cool with Superfluous is we're Grunk just stepped away, so I'm going to speak for him while he's away, which is that we're planning on doing an activity for some of the folks who hold assets in his collection. So we do that from Looperlands from time to time, where there's a special event and prizes and all sorts of fun. He's going to have them on stream. So he came up with a collection of turtles that we all snagged them the second they came up at auction before Bertle got a chance. And yeah, he's very active in the community, and we're planning on doing more in-game activities. So if anyone wants to snag one of these, they're absolutely more than welcome to participate in the Superfluous specific events.
Yeah, that's great. And shout out to Superfluous for creating all of these. Like, this is for going to the length of making a whole collection for the children. That's really something that we so appreciate from the bottom of our hearts. Like, every one of us on the organizing panel, every one of us who's going to the Dominican Republic to make this happen, you guys are doing this with us. Like, you're going to be on the ground with us in spirit, because you've put in your time, you've made your art, you've shared that art, you've helped people to come and buy the art. Like, whatever you've done this week, if you submit to our form and give a little bit of a documentation of what you've done, you're going to be getting some rewards for all of that activity, because we're going to be reviewing that, and we're going to be saying, like, okay, so this person has done a lot of work. These people have teamed up and worked together. Folks that have teamed up and made this happen. Props to you all. This is something that we really appreciate. People coordinating on, but every individual person who has ever coordinated and made something for this event, and if you submit to that form, you're going to get some soul rewards, and that's going to translate to possibly getting one of 5 $100 GameStop gift cards that we're going to be giving away for just participating and just like being here for the children and using your time and energy and sweat and blood and tears to make this happen, because it is really an effort that you put forward when you decide to dedicate your time and attention to something, even if you're not on the ground and making it happen physically. The mental effort, the emotional effort, and the time that it takes to just share and to dedicate, yourself to an event like this virtually, we appreciate it because we know people are busy. We know, schedules are incredibly hectic for everybody. And for anybody but to be able to take that time, we just so appreciate. Go ahead. Was someone going to talk? Sorry, I thought I heard someone talk.
I think it was a throat clearing.
No,
Okay.
sorry. I think that was me. I was like just clearing my throat. I apologize.
Oh, okay, no worries. I thought someone needed to
You
talk.
can blame me. I can take it. We'll be all right.
Okay,
It was
blaming Grunk actively.
My bad, everybody. I apologize.
Thanks, Grunk.
Thanks, Grunk. All right, yeah. So great collection. Thank you so much for creating this. Yeah, and Smiley, did you want to talk a little bit about Looperlands? Because we really appreciate your support this week, and we wanted to make sure that we give you this platform right now to really give all of the great details on what Looperlands is up to, what you guys are doing next. I know that you guys are going to be or already have launched on base and now support base collections. So that's really great. And this collection is a base collection. I can see right here. So that's really, really amazing.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm a little distracted because I was in the process of swapping some funds so that I can get that asset from Superfluous. Okay, so here's my personal life experience. I have to share this with everyone. Never do crypto distracted.
Yeah.
That's where we suddenly go, oh, look, I sent it 1 ETH to a red packet.
Yeah, totally.
So as tempting as I am to get that FOMO and buy it now, I'm going to put it down. I'll do it later. And so, yeah, we're on base. We're on a whole bunch of different chains, but I'm really, really proud. And I really want to shout out our actual partners, although, we would love to partner up with Base as part of their on-chain summer program, which, we've applied for and we're connecting with. There's another asset in here that I would be remiss if I didn't point out, which is Turntman Jimmy. So he's got an asset in Spatial, where he's got his 101 Rainbow Demi Wu-Tang style. I might be the high bidder on that one right now. That's where my ETH is sitting. It's all locked up in the auction.
Okay, let me find that one real quick. I think that was right here, right?
There you go. That's the one.
Yeah,
and that one is a base 101 Demi Army asset. And I'm super excited for that. So we got a whole bunch of different, it's amazing that we're on Tycho, we're on Loopring, and all the assets in here are on base. But we are cross-chain. We want to go everywhere the GSMP folks fled to after the marketplace closed and bring everyone back together in our Pixel universe.
That's excellent. Yeah, we're really happy about that. Dimmies for the children. Definitely want to call out Turntman Jim for providing this really amazing one-of-one rainbow, the first official base mint and a premium looper. Really great. Thank you so much, Turntman, for turning out and turning up for this. We appreciate it.
Yeah, speaking of pillars of the community, I want to shout out Demi Army. Demi Army is one of the most active communities within Looperlands. They're always helping everyone out, dropping alpha. They've got a chat, group chat that's sitting in Twitter, and they run these events, and there's always Demi Army at these places, and they're always helping everyone out. They're absolutely amazing.
And we like ramen.
We like ramen. That is true. We absolutely do. So so Looperlands, we're really thrilled to be a part of this and to support for the children. It's an absolutely amazing cause. We were helping out last year, and I like to think that this is going to be our annual tradition for the for the rest of the time.
Yes, I do think that this is shaping up to be something that we're going to be doing more, and that's going to be growing more too, as we continue to decentralize and make this more of a headless organization that anybody can participate as a leader of their own group to make these kind of events happen. As we give power to the community members to take ownership of the Shaolin Arts Center as curators, to kind of make their own voice heard in that platform, and to also bring in artists that should be highlighted. So yeah, we definitely appreciate all the kind of community pillars and all the kind of community activity that goes into making us what we are. Like, this is, I think, the most active community in terms of artistic support that I've seen, in terms of, if you're a creator, if you're a member of this community, if you create things and show up to spaces, show up to Looperlands, show up to the metaverse, whether that's 2D or 3D, wherever it is, you have supporters in our community who are ready to buy your first item, try it out, give you feedback, help you as a creator to learn to make a bagel, make a donut, to make
Bagels for life.
yeah, we've got, everybody in this community is so supportive of creators and making something from nothing. And I think that's what creators do best, is you have the ability to make value from just thin air, out of your ideas, out of your wacky, weird, experiences that you have, that you pull out of your soul, your spirit, and you just turn it into a reality. And sometimes it becomes valuable to people depending on how you present it. And people in this community are always ready to help you with your presentation, with your feedback, to help you to become a better artist, to become a better creator, to improve yourself all the time. Because every creator knows, if you've been a creator for a long time, that it's a continual progress. You're always improving, you're always finding new tools, you're always learning, and yeah, that's what we do best in our community, is help to empower that. So that's what I really love about this community the most.
That's fascinating. So one of the thoughts that I had is this has to be a large chunk GameStop related, because our community has a very interesting approach when it comes to this. It's not a zero-sum approach, right? We're not looking at every wild wallet out there has a finite amount of coin and it better end up in my wallet. We're looking at ways that how we can expand the ecosystem to bring more wallets and share it for everyone. And so that creates a different cooperative model in order to foster growth, a huge amount of collaboration. When I came into this space, everything was all about, this creator is collaborating with this creator to do this. And that's where Looperlands kind of came out as the ultimate layer 2 mashup of everyone's amazing talents in one place. And it's just a different atmosphere and environment that creates a lot more supportive creation and education as a result. So it's really cool and unique, and I love that we're fostering this. And in fact, I think that's one of the reasons why Taiko is so interested in Looperlands in the first place, is because, if you listen to Daniel Wang, he talks about how he loves the loopering culture, and he basically wants to import that over to Taiko as well. And I think that's phenomenal.
Yeah, and to your point of how it is different in this community because of GameStop, I think you're definitely hitting on something there. That kind of sparked a little bit of a thing in me that I want to say now. So
Apes together strong.
no, yeah, it's not just that. It's actually the entire anti-establishment movement. I feel like that GameStop is part of. I feel like that this is even bigger than just GameStop, but GameStop is part of it, and it also is a big part of it. So like that's why GameStop brought together so many people under the name Apes. That's why when GameStop NFT launched, all these creators, even though they're in different communities of every creator, every collection has its own community, right? Like that's the power of Web3. That's what everybody talks about. But we never talk about how these communities and collections are often competing with each other or at odds with each other. And the difference in this community is clear. It's very night and day when you're going and exploring out into the wider world of Web3. It is a much more interesting and vibrant world out there because we were in a small bubble with our ecosystem, because every ecosystem is its own bubble. But when you go and explore, a lot of these other communities don't have that overarching GameStop to unite them together. They don't have that overarching anti-establishment play that really makes sense for everyone to participate in supporting each other, and that all boats rise together. And there's the idea of crypto being an anti-establishment play, and a lot of people do get that, but there's a lot of collections that don't really follow the ethos of that, and they're just out there to make money, and they're just at odds with each other. You don't see that as much in our community. You see a lot more folks that are focused on supporting each other and getting there together and building something that, like, we almost know what we're doing without even coordinating and saying it. We almost know we're building Jamaica, like, as a team. Like, every creator, every dev, every person, every artist, like, together we are building something that will eventually become a network of different apps and different games and different utilities and creators and platforms that will form whatever Jamaica was going to be, and we're creating it ourselves now. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a big decentralized open source open community of creators and games and activity, and it's going to eventually take over the traditional economy. I feel like this model of a collaborative, cooperative creator network that is empowered to take ownership of itself and to pay its value out to the members who contribute that value. I feel like that's definitely the model that we're looking for in our world, isn't it? Like, rather than all these middlemen taking away from the creators and taking their cut for all of our hard work, and then channeling our activity with algorithms and channeling our attention with algorithms to force biased narratives that they're also paid to promote. Having the ability to take the power back into the hands of the creators of the entire entertainment and financial and gaming industries all at once.
I think you said that really well, Goose. Well done. I think one of the coolest things about being on the GameStop for us as filmmakers was it showed the possibility of going against the traditional bullshit model that pretty much suppresses independent filmmakers to dance to the larger studios, distributing companies, to their tune. And you don't really have a lot of sway because you have to make sure your content's curated to them. You have to pander to the aspect into it. It doesn't allow the artist to be truly free and to invoke a conversation. And ultimately, what you're saying, Goose, is creating culture, which our society is desperately trying to find, because how really divided. If anything, it's just awe-inspiring to see how different people can come together and different ideas and visions onto it. But like you said, under the same banner of anti-establishment, which is saying the system's corrupt, it's broken, but it's only going to take us to empower each other, because then we can grow together and set the terms and the standards, which is ultimately a free expression, but supporting each other into it. I mean, doing GameStop showed that we can be decentralized. We can actually break away from it. And I think that's why the whole entertainment sector is truly just scared and scrambling to try to figure out, like before we were streaming, if anybody saw that Sony bought out or is going to be taking over Alamo Drafthouse when it comes to theaters on this. And this is the first time that's happened. So I think 30s and 40s.
Mhm.
And if you don't have to be a weatherman to know which way the wind's blowing at that point and everything. So it's going to get tighter. It's going to get rougher for the film. But in entertainment, this gives a chance for people to actually survive. But it's also going to force the talent to rise to the top of it in creating multifaceted franchises in that. And then I think this is where it can start incorporating a lot of creators, NFT, metaverse. I mean, sky's the limit when you come to it. It's just what I get super excited is that it's just being the trailblazers into this and setting our own tone and standards. So just wanted to throw that out there really
Yeah,
quick.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that really ties in with the whole art center and the Wu-Tang, for the children. Like this is why Wu-Tang and our community really work well together as well, is because of the anti-establishment mentality, and also because of the supporting the next generation mentality of creating, good public goods that benefit children and creators and people who want to create a better world for us. So I think that at its core, the underground hip hop movement is all about that, and there's so many signs of that exact same ethos across all of these different underground movements, that it feels like it's just that we've been united with a common thread in that. So I just wanted to shout out, that Wu-Tang is for the children, and that the ethos of hip hop is definitely something that inspires me, and I think inspires a lot of people in this space. Even if they don't listen to hip hop, the ethos of hip hop is vibing, is creating, is giving, is um, you know being in your neighborhood and planting money trees for your family and your generational wealth. You know.
Ryan, you said that there will be in the future a curator for the art center. Can you maybe explain a little bit, like the conditions or what you guys set up and how it works, how people can apply?
Yeah, so we're looking to find someone who really embodies the ethos that we were just talking about, the anti-establishment ethos. If you feel like you could use this platform for good and to advance that in some way by, if you have some connections with artists or feel that you have the ability to get out there and make, those connections to bring artists in as guests to speak on these types of topics, to bring more creators on chain, to bring more artists on chain, to create events with us with the full support of the decentralized army that kind of can coordinate and be incentivized with our point system and various different drops and exclusive rewards in order to do different missions, in terms of, bringing the Shaolin financial army together to say like, hey guys, like here's another opportunity for you to win something. If you all repost this, if you all help us get the word out on this activity, if you all, help us to reach this artist, if you all help us to find, our next venue for a physical event, or really just using the entire army of folks who are willing to make a difference to change the world with us, have them at our backs and to empower all of us together to use this platform with a curator who kind of will help to organize and coordinate that on a seasonal basis. And so this is something that we were thinking would be maybe four curators per year, maybe a 3-month period. We'll be kind of playing it by ear, and we'll be talking with our first curators to see how their experience is, and to see how long that they're feeling like they're going to be wanting to do this for. But we're thinking it's going to be a seasonal position that we will be offering pretty much 4 per year. And this is a title that you'll be kind of given to take the opportunity to say like, hey, like I'm the curator of this art center. I'd like to invite you to come in and to display your art, to showcase your music, to drop your album, to talk about the the charity that you're doing, and to to continue this vibe of what we've set up to create good in the world, and to advance the cause of the anti-establishment movement, to replace the traditional finance and entertainment industries with something more decentralized that's owned by the creators. If you feel like this is something that you would like to be part of, and that you have an ambition for, and you have some time to dedicate to, we definitely encourage you to apply. We've put out a post on social media for folks. I'll see if I can actually pull that up real quick.
I actually have it already up on my screen, but my screen is super tiny, so I don't know.
Yeah, so you already got some replies too.
Great.
So.
Yeah, so definitely looking forward. Are there any replies that are questions that we can go through?
No, I think just Zilly was interested. He was saying he was really excited in applying. He was posting a picture of his application.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's really great to see that folks like Zilly are applying, because we love to see the enthusiasm and the folks that are showing up and dedicating their time and saying like, hey, like I've got time and I want to make a difference, and I feel like I just need my spotlight to be able to do that. I just need my platform to be able to do that. I just need a voice to be able to do that with, and
not only that, but like a community to come and represent with you as well.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say.
That's one of those things, right? Because like as creators, as artists, with the middleman and the like the way that it is in standard establishment, our power gets taken away from us. And here we have a community and a place and a space and people with open arms that will help give you your power back. No one's telling you, no, you can't do that. No, you can't write the story that way. No, this artwork is going to offend this group of people or that group of people or whatever. We are free to express ourselves and who we are and what we do. And that's one of the other things that is so amazing about all of this and this community. Why, I know I'm tearing up. I have so much passion when it comes to this, right? Because like even with like the middleman and the way that the music industry is, the way that the film industry is, all of the people that you have to surround yourself with that tells you, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. No, you have to fix the way that you present this. And these are people that take money out of your pocket, mind you.
Yeah.
And there, because you have to have agents, you have to have managers, you have to have publicists, you have to have all of these people, which we are all everywhere are struggling financially, right? And these people would have standards of fees where they were taking, so you have your production companies, your distributors and stuff like that, that are out there taking the majority of the percentage. And then you have the artist and you have the creator who gets this small percentage of everything, right? And it was your idea, it was your artwork, it was your story. And then out of your tiny little pocket, after having to change who you are and what you were trying to say to begin with, out of that tiny little piece, then you were paying 10% to this person, 10% to that person. And that was standard. That 10% got moved to 15. And now it's at 20. 20% is taken away from your already tiny little pie and given to 5 other people, and then you are left with nothing. So not only did your original idea get stolen from you, you got absolutely nothing and then had to give it away to other people. And that's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, you're also hitting on the aspect how it's inverted, right? So the whole model is meant to protect the business people and not the actual artists at that point. So the artist becomes secondary, but the mindset or the methodology is the artist should be grateful that they're in that position to begin with. So that's why they usually get kicked to the curb. And that's even before, like, the worst is getting to the amount of like lawyer fees that go into the aspect to it. So it's incredibly disheartening. I mean, this is why even within the filmmaking that you have a high divorce, drug, suicide rate on the same time, because it's untenable to where you're crushing the essence of human self expression at that point. So,
and this is
what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
And this is why the Shaolin album was created, by the way. Just to say, like, this is why Wu-Tang created the Shaolin album, because in the age of streaming, in the age of music and art and entertainment being so ubiquitous that you can find it anywhere, they've made it into a commodity. They've made artists into a commodity. They've made our art into a commodity. They've made our souls into a fucking commodity. And that's what we're revolting against. There's a revolution that's happening right now in the creator economy. We're coming for Netflix. We're coming for Ticketmaster. We're coming for Spotify. We're coming for, you name it, you guys. Like, we've got a big list on our side of the industries that we're going to be essentially coming for their market share in terms of the decentralized creator economy that we're looking to guide and create. This is big. This is something that we want to make loud noise about, because creators around the world, artists around the world, will be ready to join this. They will be ready to say F you to their middlemen. They will be ready to say F you to the people taking 95% of the money of what they create, so that they can start taking the power back into their own hands, and that all the little people down there who are not able to get an agent, they're not able to get a publicist, they're not able to get into the system because they don't have the money, they don't have the connections, they don't have like the
gatekeeping that happens with that is absolutely
gatekeeping.
Absolutely.
They will look at you and be like, we don't like this. We like your idea, so we're just going to go ahead and take that from you. And it's like, are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah, no, we're making our own gates. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware, but like all of these gates that you're seeing out here that I always put in our spaces, we're making our own gates. And it's an open, decentralized, open source protocol that essentially no one's going to have ownership of. If you're a creator, you're going to be able to make a gate. You're going to be able to gate it your own self. Like, whatever you create, you gate it yourself.
Your own damn self.
Yeah, you put a token gate on it. You put an identity gate on it. You put a social gate on it. You can let someone through your gate to access your creation for a like and a repost if you really want. You can do it for an NFT sale. You can do it for a cash transaction that you've done in person that you can scan a QR code for. You can do whatever you want. Like, we're creating an open platform that is open source, you guys. That means that any developer can contribute. We're going to make something that is owned by the community, and it's going to empower the creative community to make, to no longer be gated by the industry. We make our own gates. Look at me. We are the gates now.
Yeah,
we are the gates now.
No, totally.
Can we like do that?
Levels,
look at me.
Most importantly, it levels the playing field. That's the biggest thing, because before then, there was no chance anywhere the industry and the filmmaking in the direction. It's even going to get worse and harder into it. So a lot of people try to stay into entertainment and probably most likely sell their soul and do a lot of shit they don't want to do and compromise their integrity and a lot of their stories at that point. So yeah, it's leveling the goddamn playing field, which needs to be done, and coming under, again, the banner of everything we hate, and then leading with a heart into it. So yeah, I love it. But that's an anarchist in me. So, yeah.
It's very core to the philosophy that we have over at Looper Lens, and it's really about empowering creators, giving them the tools. We charge a fixed fee, so it's a reasonable amount, and then they put whatever they want on top of it, and they control their revenues on the secondary. We help them by creating a way for them to build a market, connect to multiple communities, and honestly, I found by giving creators the tools and stepping out of the way, they giving them the respect that they need and the ability to benefit and profit off of their work to the utmost it's a great incentive for them to create more. It creates less drama, and so as a result, it's all about more fun. We can put our energy in the right place. You're not wasting your time dealing with lawyers and contracts and the stress of who's got your hand in your pocket. The solution to all of this is not to mine every single sale, but to work together to create volume so that everyone benefits.
And we love our Looper Lands family.
Oh
Yeah.
Totally. And I really feel like the crypto community is the space for all of this. OpenSea, is one of the pioneers of this mentality of you probably have used OpenSea for years for like a ton of different things. They've been just a public good almost. They've been available for artists to just list their collections and just bam, go. Like you're on OpenSea now. Like it's open. Like you don't have to wait to get listed on some other marketplace and get the whitelist, get the gate, get the oh, I know a guy, I've got a connection there. Like no, like we're tired of that. Like that's what we're talking about here. Like we're tired of that. We want to make our own connections, and we want to be able to just make something on an open platform that rewards us as creators, rewards us as artists, rewards us as musicians, as pixel artists, as 3D artists, as whatever kind of creator you are, whatever kind of thing you do with your soul, that you take your time, sweat, blood, energy, tears, you put it into something that creates value from nothing, and you do that with your limited time that you have on this planet. It should not be given over to corporate overlords and middlemen at that point. It needs to remain your ownership 1000%, and then you as a creator have all the power to decentralize and distribute that out to the entire globe. Like we want to see Taylor Swift doing a concert in the metaverse. We want to see like Kendrick Lamar. We want to see Wu-Tang. We want to see all of the artists that we love and care about. We want to create something where we guide the way for the rest. Like all of the folks that all the connections that you have, anybody who is an artist who's on the fence, reach out to them and say they have a platform here with us at the creators, at Looperlands, at the entire community that is of Loopring, of Bass, of Taiko. It is all about bringing creators on chain, because like this is also for our children. This is for the future of our society depends on bringing our culture on chain, so that we're no longer constrained, and so that we're no longer our attention is no longer directed through algorithms, and so that our children are no longer brought up to be told what to think, be told who to buy, be told who to wear, because all of that is just one big vampire entity that's been sucking the blood out of the entire creator economy across the entire globe. And it's part of the vampire financial institution. It's part of that too. They're all feeding together, and it's time to cut them off.
That's a really big mandate. I'm just making fun games here with my friends, man. One thing worth mentioning, you keep bringing up OpenSea, and I love the concept. However, OpenSea has shown that they are not necessarily the artist haven that we want them to be. And the good news about this crypto space is that we do have many options, and one of the options is one of the partners and sponsors of this event, which is Loop Exchange, coming to Tycho. And we are absolutely thrilled and cannot wait to start experimenting with their new features about staking and auctions and all sorts of really cool stuff. Loop Exchange has always been absolutely fundamentally for the artists and creators. They don't gate access to their platform. They don't mess around with the royalties on their platform. And they've always been absolutely upfront with their communication from day one. So big shout out to LoopX, which has been honestly the fuel that has kept us going in this particular space on Loopring, especially since the GameStop marketplace shuttered.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Loop Exchange. I definitely wanted to kind of give a more broader example for folks who maybe didn't know about like the crypto space, like in terms of OpenSea being a place where you can list anything on any chain, and like going back a few years ago, that was definitely the core ethos of it. That's why they called it OpenSea, was that any artist can list their works here. But yeah, you're right. Within our community, I also want to shout out Loop Exchange as well. We have a lot of our artists are on Loop Exchange, and they've been using that platform to the extent for ever since GameStop Marketplace shut down. That's been kind of the go-to.
It was the go-to before. That's where the GameStop Marketplace artists really came from, right?
Came about before,
right?
Yeah, Loop Exchange is like early on. It was open to everyone, and that's where a lot of the GameStop Marketplace creators, I think, got their start. They were swapping NFTs in their Discord, and Loop Exchange was very early to the game on this.
Right. As someone who was working with GameStop NFT at the time, I was unable to even know about that stuff. So I appreciate you guys giving that perspective.
They are the OGs.
Yeah. So yeah, really cool stuff. Appreciate you guys giving that perspective. Yeah, so I think that's gonna kind of close it out for now. Did we have Ordinary Adam call in? We may want to cover his thing.
No, I haven't seen him pop in. But you can try to ping him if you want.
So I'm gonna bring his artwork up, and this is something that we're gonna end up throwing out there on our social media after the stream here. But this is something that Maple Artistry, his wife Emily, created. That this was minted on the GameStop NFT marketplace, and it was unreleased until just recently. I've seen it now. A few of these have been trading around now from the chain I was just looking at this morning, but they're the actual physical piece of this is going for auction, and I'm actually going to take the time to pull this up right now.
Yeah, these are phenomenal, by the way. Like, phenomenal.
Her wood burning stuff.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
So amazing.
The amount of talent that Emily, these two, I love them so much. But the amount of talent that exists between Adam and Emily is insane.
Yeah, absolutely. That household is an amazing, packed full of talent to the roof in that household. And in fact, that household is in a car right now. That entire household is in a car.
That entire household is going from one household to another household.
Yeah. So our thoughts and prayers, all of our well wishes to Ordinary Adam, his wife, his dog, and all of their stuff on the way. He texted me a photo from the drive and showed me a funnel cloud out to the side window. And
be safe.
so literally one of our favorite artists in the community, with all of his worldly possessions and his dog and wife, just drove right past a tornado, and by God's grace is safe right now. And let's pray for him and let's say thank you. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. Everybody in the community appreciates Ordinary Adam, all the contributions he's been making, and we look forward to him being able to set up at his new house, where he's going to be able to do a lot of cool creative things. He's told me that he's really looking forward to this new place. So, congrats, Adam, on your new place. But yeah, this one right here, this piece is going to be available for auction. We've got it. We've got the physical piece with Adam in his car, so he will send that off to folks as soon as he finds the box for it. That may be a few weeks. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get the details of that kind of posted out. We're gonna mint, kind of our own watermarked version of that represents the physical piece. I did get an original version of that NFT as well. So whoever buys that physical piece will get one of the original NFTs that was minted on GameStop NFT Marketplace that the moderation team did not allow us to actually release that because of the ape reference. So yeah, that was something that was sorely missed at the marketplace, but now you'll be able to have your chance to get it. Alrighty, so yeah, I guess, do you guys have any other closing thoughts? I want to throw it to my other co-host here.
Well, first of all, thank you everyone for listening.
Yes.
We truly appreciate you. We absolutely love and appreciate this community more than you know. The other is, let's keep this fucking train going. What'd you say yesterday? Choo choo, motherfucker.
Let's choo-choo this motherfucker.
Let's choo-choo this
But
motherfucker.
Thank you everybody and for us being on here. It's just contributing to the community, and it's just an absolutely amazing cause. So grateful, humbled, absolutely love it. Let's fuck shit up on the same time.
I want to give a huge shout out to Goose, because I don't think we give him enough thanks and credit. He's here putting in a huge amount of work. I got to work with him on this one, and I will tell you, blood, sweat, tears, no sleep. This man better sleep for a week after he's done with this, before he gets his butt ready to get himself over to the DR for his documentary, which, again, exhausting. He puts everything on the field for the community. His passion, his vision for this is, it's been clear. I don't know what we would do without your leadership. You're talking about how, Ordinary Adam's got everything in his possessions and he's worried about a funnel. And yes, we are worried for him, but we're also worried for you, Goose. Get yourself some rest, take care of yourself. Everyone, we got a bid on these auction items. These auction items are what's going to get that documentary done. Those kids fed, school equipment, church build, all sorts of awesome stuff. When we get this stuff out there, just imagine when that documentary goes out, it's a force multiplier. So everything that we have done, the word gets out, people see, it just creates a snowball effect that just kind of gets bigger and bigger. So next year will be even bigger once we can get this done. And that's the community's vision, that, you see Goose's leadership here. You all agree with what he wants to build. You want to help help him build it. This is one of the ways that you can basically put your effort in to help this reality come true.
Thank you. Yeah, and that actually brings me to a really great point that we have just started designing the t-shirts that we'll be wearing on the ground at the event. And so if you want to be able to support and you want to be able to have your brand represented on the ground, we are opening up a way for sponsors to come in and provide a donation, and then you'll have your logo on that t-shirt. That is something that we really want to make sure that we're going to be highlighting in the documentary, so that each one of the communities, each one of the creators, each one of the brands that are part of this can then be part of that process of making it grow larger and larger every time. And I think that is a good formula for it, where the communities themselves can see their community's involvement. They'll be able to witness it. They'll be able to actually see the, where all of this good is going, and feel like they're really part of it, because they see like, hey, look, like there's our community right there. Like they're doing it. Like they're doing it. So like we really want to make sure that that is something that we promote. If you have a brand, even if you just want to have your name or your PFP on this shirt, we are open to a donation for folks to be represented on this shirt. And I want to have this thing filled with logos, you guys. I want to be wearing like a literal complete like shirt that has no background visible, where there's just logos, guys. Please, let's have everybody represented from our entire community as we do this work, because like I said earlier, you guys are all already going to be here in spirit with us. Let's find a way for us to get literally visually all of our communities involved as well, so that on the documentary you can really see it too.
That's awesome. Hey, any chance we can see that bling again?
Yeah, which one do you want to see?
That ice pick, that was I last heard at, was it 69 or 74.1?
Danny has it at 74.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we flip it up again?
Hey, I got to point out, Pete joined us too. Pete, welcome. Good to see you.
What's up, y'all? What
Hey,
is
what's
this
up,
that
Pete?
what is this that we're looking at right
here?
now?
Pizza, pizza.
So this
There you go.
is the Wu-Tang King Ice
Okay.
Ice Pick Stash necklace. This is what we were looking at earlier that you may have missed, and it's a $500 item from King Ice. I'm going to be going into my pocket and getting this for the entire community along with the whole collection, because I want to make sure that before they're sold out, that this gets out there. And this is my donation to make sure that we raise some funds for the children. So we would really love for everybody to bid on these items and to support the cause.
Do we have any goose lore? Is there any goose lore with this?
With this?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, King Ice, like I know the guy who is their kind of like master engraver, their kind of master setter, like who kind of does a lot of their designing. So I've talked to him previously about some custom work and seeing how that works and like what the process is for that. So I have them kind of like on tap in terms of like, potential collabs.
Oh, that's them. I meant you. Is there any integration of this into goose lore that would make it certainly more attractive?
Oh yeah. Okay, I didn't even know.
There we go.
Yeah. In terms of goose lore, I would say that this is something that when you own this item on the blockchain, there's going to be something inside that stash necklace in that NFT that you get at some point. So that will unlock something for sure.
It's goose down.
Yeah, it's
something hidden inside that NFT. That is definitely worth owning and digging into.
Yeah, there's at least a goose egg in there. So.
A golden one, I hope.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's super gold. Yeah. It's
and apparently your choice of white or gold.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I just want to echo Smiley Face too. Is Goose, you are amazing, man. You've been busy all week. You've been killing it, man. And yeah, get some good rest after this, dude. You deserve it. You've been killing it all week. And it's just amazing how like GameStop has kind of brought everybody together, because the ethos of that is just, kind of screw the man a little bit and like, hey, together as a community, as outsiders, we can become the establishment in a way, but a better establishment because we're more community driven. And so, Goose, thank you for doing all this, man. And I'm really excited for the future for all of us of just Web3 and just kind of the future of like financial stuff too, just because it really just makes sense. Like when you were talking about like movies earlier, it's just going to be really congested and really just like boring of like, hey, just another sequel, just another this, another that. There's no risks. That's like why A24 is being successful right now, is because they're doing like weird stuff. And so like, I think the whole industry of everything is just going to really switch over to just more like independent stuff, and just because it's interesting and because the community is going to be rewarded for it compared to the other industries where you're getting that small piece of the pie. So anyway, Goose, thank you for doing all this, man. And hey, I like that Stonks avatar, man. I like that meow too. I've been on mute this whole time because my cats have been meowing like this whole time and playing with toys. So sorry, guys.
Smug.
Oh yeah, so
This avatar will be available at tonight's after party. For anybody who has a Stonks PFP, we're going to be enabling you to unlock that in the metaverse and then come to the after party as Stonks to
Heck yeah.
party out. Yeah.
Dude, I'm stoked on that. That's awesome. It looks fantastic. Well done.
So any closing thoughts? Smiley Phase, did you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, just I'm super excited. I just want to share a little bit about Trailblazers. This is the Tycho ecosystem reward program. It's open, so if anyone's been kind of messing around with Tycho with their MetaMask or maybe their new Loopring wallet, you can go over to the Trailblazers URL. I'll just read it out to you. Just give me a split second.
Yeah, make sure to bridge. Like, make sure to get your bridging in like this week. Get that done today, guys. Like, do a lot of bridging today. Like,
Do a lot of bridging.
Yeah, do it. Like,
bridge your bridges.
So actually, a whole bunch of things. So like, I was surprised. I've already got a whole bunch of transactions sitting on the Tycho network without even realizing it that they've tracked. So like, when I bought a Tychonaut from Ordinary Atom, boom, I'm already ranked up on their leaderboards. Not that high. I'm like in the 360,000 range. They got about 500,000 folks that are actively participating in it, which is awesome. And just recognize that every single one of those people is going to be a Looper Lens player several times over. So we're really excited to welcome them. But you can go over to trailblazers.tycho.xyz. And connect your wallet. Now, as an FYI, they have an issue with MetaMask. So if you've got MetaMask as a browser wallet, you're going to see some sort of like this doesn't work in your region if you're from like Canada, US, or a lot of countries. And so you can use a VPN to switch yourself over to something like the UK, at which point then you can go ahead and mint your first faction reward. So your first faction reward is available for you to mint, and the more of them you have, they act like a multiplier on the points that you get. So you boost yourself up on the leaderboard. And I'm not sure if there's going to be faction-specific events and so forth. They were a little bit vague about some of the intents. But personally, I want to collect all of the factions, and they're like almost negligible to mint. You're just basically paying a little bit of a gas. As an FYI, also with Tycho right now, because they're trying to attract more provers, they're encouraging folks to increment the gas that they pay. So you just pay for the slightly faster transaction, and it'll go through. It's really not that expensive at the moment, and eventually that this will go away, especially as they attract more provers with more transactions, which is what the Trailblazers program is about.
And we have a couple of questions too. So I'm going to first question is what time is the after party today? So let's get that one out of the way. Do we know? I don't know. No. Does anybody know?
I don't know.
Oh, there you go. He's
Bueller.
coming
I think
back.
we got Goose
Bueller.
back now. Yeah.
Bueller. Hey,
Bueller.
Goose, what time is the after party today?
Hey, so we will announce the exact time of that after party here soon, but it's just tonight. It'll just be generally tonight. So if you want to kind of come and hang out, we're gonna like start streaming music pretty much right away after this stream.
Okay.
So
awesome.
yeah, like if you want to show up early and dance and listen to music, like we're pretty much gonna be streaming music all night long.
Sweet. And then a couple other questions. So we have can someone explain bridging and what that means process?
Yeah, so if you go to bridge.tycho.xyz, that's going to be where you get your Ethereum onto Tycho. And that's going to be like if you're participating in their Trailblazer program, they're wanting you guys to do that as much as you can this week. So if you have, multiple wallets, I would recommend to do that from all of the wallets that you maintain. To make sure that you're bridging on as many wallets as you own, and then bridging as much ETH as you have to Tycho, you can always bridge it back. But I do recommend that you keep it there for as long as you possibly can, and to make as many bridge transactions as you can as well. So just continue to make those transactions. That will definitely be good for the Trailblazers program. They definitely want to see you guys getting into the Tycho ecosystem. Like that's really what they're trying to incentivize here. So definitely do a lot of bridging, and then I think, did you say that we have to go mint? So I'm on the Tycho
So,
website here.
Yeah, if you get
Where's
yourself
that?
over to the Trailblazers website, that's trailblazers.tycho.xyz.
I'm right here. Yeah.
Excellent. You connect your wallet. Go over
Connected.
to profile.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and under what's this in the next tab? Faction badges. A little lower.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, you want to claim that, man?
I have a claim button. What is this?
That's for your galaxy points.
I can claim galaxy points? What
Yeah,
does
you
that
can,
mean?
sir. Okay. So this is a fun one. So Tycho had this program through Galaxy, and so you did a ton of tasks. You joined your Twitter, you joined Discord, you played a couple of games, you authenticated your ID with one of the engagement tools. There's a whole bunch of different things, and those points never resulted in anything. Like people never got. They thought they were going to get Tycho token out of it. But because Tycho discontinued their Galaxy program, they weren't able to reward token. So they told people that they could take their points over a Galaxy and roll them into their Tycho Trailblazer. So you're getting credited for all the work you've already done, and this is going to generate Tycho tokens. So the Trailblazer program actually has 10% of the total mint that they made for their coin, and I think it represents 10 million Tycho. That's going to be distributed to the entire user community by just doing these tasks. And they're going to be spreading them out, I want to say quarterly, in terms of the rewards, or they might be issuing the rewards monthly, but the seasons are quarterly, where they have new tasks for different ecosystems that you get a chance to take a look at and explore. Whether it's, as you can see with bridging right now, later on it might be gaming with us. Will be gaming with us. Afterwards, it's going to be, minting with some of the NFT ecosystem. So these are all going to be things that you kind of probably already do anyways, and it'll give you an opportunity to take a look and explore Tycho ecosystem partners.
Great, yeah.
And then credit, man, I've got a whole bunch of Tycho coin from them for doing stuff with them already. So
yeah, I did.
That's
too.
great.
It's awesome.
Yeah, so definitely go ahead and get some activity. I feel like the first one, I believe there's a little bit of a guide on how much points you need to unlock that first one. Do you know where that?
Oh,
guide
no,
is?
you just need to pinkify yourself. If you pinkify your profile, that unlocks it. So if you go over to profile, the home, there you go. See if there's pinkify somewhere in there. Or get started. They had a pinkify my profile thing that may or may not be running. This may have been for people who already took part in that particular thing. If you take a look at my Twitter, mine's pinkified because I took part in it. And so, yeah, even if you don't get this faction badge, doesn't mean you can't participate in the faction program. It just means that you'll have to look for this one on the secondary market, because I got a feeling there's a whole bunch of people trading them. And it also doesn't mean you can't get points, because there's going to be more faction badges. In fact, an upcoming faction badge is going to require you to come and play Looper Lands, which, come on, that's not so difficult. And then you get your faction badge that way.
Nice. Yeah, that's really great. I definitely want everybody to be exploring this and unlocking all of those badges. So get to it, guys. Take a look at the Trailblazers program and get into the ecosystem there. I'm just looking for that thing, if that still is a thing, because I actually remember that.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet you did all this stuff on a different wallet.
Okay. Yeah,
that was my issue, is going, which of my wallets was the one I used for these?
That's the thing I'm doing right now. I have like a bunch of different wallets that I'm trying to connect to see which ones I did things with.
I switched everything up, so I've got my main Tycho wallet is smileyface.eth now, so I'm not going to do any silly mistakes with other wallets.
Okay, yeah, I think my issue with that was that I actually wasn't able to get it to work. Like, I actually had issues Like I would answer the call and I would log in and do things, but it just was not working for me, unfortunately.
Oh, I mean, I did it on at least 2 wallets, but it could have been browser based. But if you want, you and I can take this offline. We'll figure out what went wrong with it.
Yeah.
As an FYI for anyone who's having this type of issue, you just hop over into the Tycho Discord, and in their support, you can make a request, and they're going to help you through the Trailblazer issues that you got.
Yeah, I had wanted to do that, and then I got distracted when the issue happened. I was like, oh no, I have to file a support ticket, and then I like had other things come up. I just didn't get to do it. So
And so that's
yeah,
a
I
challenge that
definitely
we have
wanted.
in the space that I'm hoping Tycho is going to help with, which is basically motivating people to get over that. Sometimes there's a little technical hurdle that requires a little bit of effort, and that's friction that I don't particularly like. And I'm proud to say that Looperlands is not doing that. Like we do everything we can to reduce friction and make it as easy as possible for people to access and play whatever their skills are. But yeah, like that friction is something in the space, and hopefully the motivation to get these faction NFTs and the tokens, the Tycho tokens that get distributed. Again, that's 10 million tokens just being handed out to all the users, which is incredible. And then, that's how they're building their network and they're sharing the wealth with everyone. So
that's really great. I'm about to look for some meme coins on Hecla.
They're on mainnet though, so you want to go on mainnet.
Yeah, I think their swap swap is still in demo mode. It looks like it has me on Hecla, unless it looks like it's still just Hecla only.
Okay, I forget how I did it. There was another way I did it. We can take this one offline. I think maybe layer swap I used.
Okay, yeah, we'll
Yeah,
figure it out.
That's what I did. Layer
people to be
swap, man.
exploring.
You do layer swap to go from loopring to Tycho or base, and I love layer swap for this stuff.
Yeah, I just generally want people to be exploring all the different things that they can be doing. So take a look through their website. Read some of their stuff. Take a look at what you can do. If you're a builder, definitely apply to their grants program. They've got a lot of incentives available for builders, and they're a great place to build as well. So definitely look into that. Thank you, definitely Tycho, for sponsoring the event this week. We really appreciate your sponsorship. The kind words and also the financial sponsorship, and it really goes a long way. For
and
the children.
Pidgey joined, right? We had them join us. We're super grateful. They definitely are very active. Big shout out to all of our supporters, Kenny, Pidgey, Jonathan. There's so many folks over there. They're very, very active and very, very communicative. They're fantastic to build with. Recommended.
Yeah, definitely. So any other closing thoughts? Anybody else want to chime in that has not given their closing thoughts yet? And we'll kind of wrap it up.
Oh, big one. Happy Father's Day to everyone who celebrates.
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day. Yeah, I just have cats and I called my dad. So yeah, definitely happy Father's Day, everybody.
You got fur babies, man.
Yeah.
No judgment. That's absolutely a thing. Go you.
I will just echo everything that Smiley said. I know I caught a little bit of that tail end. I'm sorry for joining so late, but Ryan, you have put together an incredible event. All of this work that you put in to get all of this ready and manage and wrangle all of the people involved in it. I know how draining that can be, and I know how much work you're putting in. So thank you for all that you're doing, not only for us as a community, but for the kids. This is truly like a game changer kind of event. And I think we'll see more and more of these things happening over and over because of all the work you're putting in right now. So get yourself some rest after this. Try to, journal, record all of your thoughts on it, because your brain is going to be completely fried. It's going to be hard. It's going to feel like you blacked out, I think. Try to record everything that you can when you can, and just spend some time reflecting on all this, because what you've done is truly incredible, and how you've brought this community together is amazing. So great work, Ryan, all around. Great work, everyone that's putting in the work and effort to make this thing possible. This is really, really cool to see the community come together like this.
Bro, thank you so much. That means so much to hear, and I really appreciate it. I'm definitely taking care of myself, you guys. I just want to make sure that everybody knows I'm taking care of myself. I got some rest this morning. I didn't pull an all-nighter completely. I did get, at least one sleep cycle as a human being, so we're good. And I'm pumped for the after party, and then after that, I'll probably be passing out and having yet another moment where I sleep in until like 11 or noon. So yeah, like definitely gonna look forward to the after party tonight, and it's gonna be a real good time. And like honestly, dude, like all this energy comes from just like loving what I'm doing and just the passion for what I'm doing here. So it's you kind of can't take me away from it. Like when I have the opportunity, like I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna go all out and like I'll just appreciate anybody who wants to be part of it and like try my best to give on ramps for people to come in and be part of it in any way they want to be part of it, and it's just like you can do whatever you can do, you contribute however you can contribute, and like we've got a bunch of different ways that you can help out, in various different ways. Even with 5 minutes of your time, you can just share a few different posts, and it will really help the cause. So like everybody who's part of this, everybody who's put in from 5 minutes to 5 hours to 5 days, and beyond. Like this is definitely what our community is all about. Is just like whatever time you have for whatever causes, for whatever people that you care about. That's to me that's what matters in life. Like I've got all the time in my world for the people that I love and the causes that I care about, so that's what I do. And that's just what I'm making my entire thing about too. Like that's my first job now. Like I'm no longer working. I'm now just completely dedicating myself to the creators and to building these events and to making spaces with creators and doing whatever we can. So if you have an event that you want to put on, if you have a charity that you want to create, we are doing that. We are making that happen. So reach out, definitely be in touch. We're going to be doing a lot of building this summer, kind of in stealth. So we're going to be looking to promote folks to kind of lead their own events this summer and to kind of empower people to be their own leaders and to do whatever they want. Like if you want to run a music festival, you want to do an art exhibition, you want to do a charity event, whatever you want to do, like the templates are open for you. You can be in the 2D world with Looper Lands, you can be in the 3D world with Spatial and the platform that we're building. There's a lot of different opportunities that are going to be coming down the line. So we definitely look forward, and if you want to continue to be involved with members of Wu-Tang Clan and For the Children, you can make the pledge to Jasmine's Army here and to join us in these future events that we'll be doing with them. So yeah, we definitely appreciate everyone who's been a part of this week, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you guys at the after party tonight. We're gonna start getting the beats going on the loudspeaker throughout the whole event center here, so you'll feel it in the pavement outside a little bit, I think.
And there are still Easter eggs in the event center. That's correct.
Yeah, so we're going to be placing some Easter eggs. Shout out to Loopring for donating 20 Loopring edition kicks. This is an amazing
by Fed Holes, right?
By Fed, I was going to say, yeah, by Fed Holes.
Fed makes amazing stuff.
Amazing fashion designer, amazing shoe design that is very futuristic. We've got 20 of these bad boys. We may be giving some away for just participating and linking through. We may be giving some away for finding various little red packets that we're going to be hiding throughout the event center and maybe outside as well. So it will be a veritable Easter egg hunt. There's probably at least some goose eggs that are still remaining to be found as well. So be on the lookout for those goose eggs.
Have utility.
What's that?
Those goose eggs have utility. They will be involved in something very soon.
Yeah, so like goose eggs have a honking signature in your wallet that will carry across the ledger that some developers will do things with. Yeah. So yeah, definitely look out for also gaining those hands points. Collect as much art as you can, guys. Get out there and share. get on that Soul in Hands leaderboards, get that Golden Hands chain, get one of the $500 one of the 5 $100 GameStop gift cards, and let's do it, guys. Let's do it for the children. Yeah. We're also going
For
to be
the
posting out
children.
the donation addresses. If you guys just have raw ETH you want to send in, we've got specific wallets that are just set up for this event that we're going to be able to tally up all of the money that's made, so that we'll be able to make sure that that is something that we'll be able to announce on, hopefully, I think on Monday we'll have things settled. Probably Tuesday. I'm always optimistic on when we'll settle things. So it'll probably be Friday. But we'll be in touch next week with the results. And yeah, we'll be heading to Dominican Republic to feed children, to bring them school supplies, and to build a church, you guys. And it's all because of you. It's all because of you and everybody who's been part of this. So thank you all so much, and we'll see you at the after party.
Do I play it out?
Yeah, go ahead and play it out.
Let's
do
do it. I'm excited to watch this again, anyways. Yeah, copious amounts of honks. Here we go. Thanks, everybody.
Shout out to Rue. Shout out to Rue
Oh,
for making
yeah.
this amazing video.
Right,
Well
Lynn, you
done,
got something?
Rue.
Oh, she's going. Okay. There was like a lot of honks going on at once. All right.
Honkity, honk, 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 honk.
Honk.
Hong Kong.
Need to get out.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
See you guys.
For the children.
For the kids,